Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Magfirah. In this video, I will explain about theories of forced language acquisition. Definition of forced language acquisition. The forced language acquisition or mother tongue is a process that takes place in the brain of a child from the moment child acquires his or her first language or mother tongue. Next, the stage of first language acquisition. The first, small babies, children babbles, coo, cry, and so on. The second one, at the end of first year. The third, by the age of first year. The fourth, at the age of 3. And the fifth, at school age. Stages of first language acquisition. When we talk about all stages of language acquisition, a common point of reference is the stage of first language acquisition that nearly all babies go through. While the two processes differ significantly, having an understanding of how children learn a language is key to all success. Pre-talking, this stage takes place from birth to around 6 months of age. Babbling, the babbling stage occurs from around 6 to 8 months old. Holopractice, the holopractice stage is significantly longer, occurring between 9 and 18 months old. Toward this stage takes place from 18 to 24 months old. Telegraphic, the telegraphic stage takes place from 2 to 3 years old. Multi-word, past the age of 3, most children fall into the multi-word stage. Next, the theories of first language acquisition. Behaviorism, cognitives, natives, and interaction. The three main theories of first language acquisition we have studied in this course are the following. Behaviorist theory states that first language acquisition is the result of correct response to stimuli through a process of reinforcement. Children imitate sounds they hear and repeat the sounds when positively reinforced by the caregiver. This behavior is repeated by the child, resulting in habit formation and ultimately leads to mastery of words, part of speech, and process of a language. Innate theory states that first language acquisition is the result of making use of an inborn mental structure called the language acquisition device. Children are born with a handwriting of language that allows them to have an innate understanding of universal grammar and the ability to learn how to use any language when exposed to it as an infant. Interaction theory states that first language acquisition is the result of innate desire of children to communicate with others through language. Children are hardwired to learn a language but need to interact with more knowledge others in order to support language development. Next, factors that affect language acquisition. There are 4 factors that influence the acquisition of the second language of human children, namely the motivation factor, age, formal presentation, and the learningness for language factor. From the four factors above, it can be seen that the acquisition of a second language is influenced by internal factor and external factor of the learner itself. And the last, conclusion. Closing this chapter with a brief discussion of children's language acquisition, we know that young children move from babbling to single word or holographic speech through abbreviated or telegraphic speech before they have fully mastered the syntactical complexities of their language. Then, evidence that children learn language by imitating, by seeing and hearing from the object around them. Furthermore, the learning power or the speed of each child in acquiring language is not the same because it is influenced by different factors in each child. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.